Hey everyone, I'm Jonathan, and today I wanted to give a testimony about how I came to become a member of Cornerstone and how I got plugged into community, and really how it's impacted my faith and my walk with Christ. So I originally moved to the Mid-County area about 2 years ago. I got a job up in Beaumont after I graduated from college and moved shortly after for that. One of the main things that I was focused on whenever I came down here, something I really thought was important, was getting plugged into a church family. I've been pretty consistently plugged in to a church when I was in college, and knew that that was something that was important to me and that I needed to continue once I moved down here. Unfortunately, that seemed like it was a little easier said than done. So as I started to visit a couple of churches in the area, I really felt like I wasn't fitting in at any of them. I wasn't really looking for anything too interesting. All I wanted was a body of believers who loved Jesus and loved each other and preached the Bible, but for some reason it felt like I wasn't fitting in. But in the interest of not becoming a church shopper, I decided I'm just gonna buckle down and commit to a church and hopefully figure out whatever it is that's causing me to feel so out of place. So the Sunday after I made that decision, I went back on my word and continued doing what I had been doing the whole time. I opened up Google Maps and plugged in churches near me to see what would come up. And this time, Cornerstone was the first on the list. So I said, Lord, if this is where you want me to try, I'll do it, but this is probably gonna be the last one. And thank the Lord, it actually was. So I could tell that this is where God was calling me from the moment I stepped through the doors, not because it was exactly that I felt more comfortable or because I felt like I fit in, but that it was just that peace that this is where God was calling me to get plugged in and to connect with. So I didn't want this just to be about how great Cornerstone is or how Cornerstone perfectly fits what I want a church to look like. I really just wanted to give y'all two things today with this testimony. And the first is I just wanted to say thank you to the congregation. Y'all are such a great example of a congregation that is faithful to and that loves Jesus. It was plain to me from the first day that I came and visited. It's been great to come alongside this church and see how much y'all love Jesus and how much y'all are willing to do for him. Thank you to Paul and Stephen and Ryan for being such great examples and such great leaders of this church, for consistently preaching the word and for consistently pointing us all right back to Jesus. The second thing I wanted to do with this testimony is to encourage everyone and invite everyone to continue to get more plugged in to community. So shortly after I started attending Cornerstone, I met with Ryan to do the membership class, and shortly after that I met with Paul to officially become a member of the church. I was also invited and welcomed into Stephen's community group, and that has been so amazing for my own personal spiritual growth and walk with Christ. I've met so many great people, made so many amazing friends, had a ton of great meals, and just really been drawn closer and closer to Christ through the hours of gospel and Bible-centered conversations that we've been having. We're currently going through Daniel, and it has been challenging but super rewarding, and I really enjoy getting to come together with a consistent group of such strong Christians and learning about what the Bible says and how we can apply that to our lives. I've seen a ton of growth in my own life and in the lives of people in my community group, and it's been super encouraging and super beneficial for me. I really think that everybody needs a friend like Kirby, or a prayer warrior like Mrs. Nada, or an encourager like Dustin in their lives as they follow after Christ. And being a member of such a close-knit, strong group of believers like you can get in a community group is probably the best way to surround yourself with those sorts of people. I think that is so important. It's been really important for me, and I've just been seeing the benefit over and over and over again in my life. And I would encourage the church that if you don't have that getting plugged into a community group is such a great way to surround yourself with those sorts of people. Hebrews 10:24 and 25 says, "And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. I invite you, church, to continue to get more plugged in to community as a member or as a member of a community church, to encourage, to be encouraged, and to grow in your faith and walk with Jesus Christ. If you can't find anybody else, I know there's tons of people who would be willing to help you get plugged in, but if you can't find anyone else, come and find me and I'd love to help. I think now is as good of a time as any, and I'm just so excited for all of you to continue to grow as we all continue to search after Christ. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.